I want you to write this down. Take massive action as soon as you experience the decision. Like as soon as in your mind, as soon as you experience that you want to grow, you want to take it to a next level, take massive action. I want to change lives. I want to show people how to progress in their money. I want to show people how to progress in their mindset. I want to show people how to progress in their brand, so that way they can take care of their family, take care of their finances, and experience freedom. Your success is determined by the people you spend your time around. You hear these motivational speakers. I'm here leaving the gym, but you hear these. Currently, I woke up at 4:30 in the morning. I woke up at 4 in the morning, got to the gym by 4:30, and then did a workout. And I'm already done with my workout before the sun is even up. Now it's currently almost 5. What is it? It's almost 6 o'clock. So look, here's what I want to share with you. One of my mentors, let me turn on these lights. One of my mentors gave me a new how do I say, like a new perspective on time. And this man specifically, he actually passed away last year or a year and a half ago. And before he passed away, he gave me the greatest gift, which was the understanding of discipline. And he invited me to essentially, he was working out at the gym every day at 4 o'clock in the morning, right? Every day just working out at the gym. And one day I said, I want to get around this guy. He owned 100 and something gyms around the country, thousands of employees under his leadership, okay? And this was one guy, right? And what I realized is that the discipline is what got him there. The consistent discipline is what got him there. Now, at the time when I met him, I must have been 24, 25. Actually, no, not even 25. I was probably 23, 24. And 23 years old, 24 years old. And I wanted to spend some time around him. So one day I was on his Instagram and I noticed that he was working out at the gym at 4 in the morning at this specific gym. And he actually tagged the gym that he was working out at. And it was constantly on my mind where I wanted to be around this guy. So let me ask you a question. What are the things that are consistently on your mind that you know you should do? Like, what are you pretending what are you pretending that you don't know? That's the question I have for you. What are you pretending that you do not know? So like, I knew in my head I wanted to spend time with this guy and be around this level of discipline. It was a high level of discipline. I wanted to be around him. And for weeks and months, I'm over here seeing him on social media, but I'm not engaging. I'm not in contact with him. Right? If you have a notepad with you or a pen or your phone with the notes, I want you to write this down. Take massive action as soon as you experience the decision. Like as soon as in your mind, as soon as you experience that you want to grow, you want to take it to a next level, take massive action. So it's in my mind for months at this time, maybe a handful of weeks, and I'm like, I want to go work out with him. And one day I'm leaving my office and it's like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. Crazy, it's crazy late. I'm leaving the office super late. And I know he's going to work out what time? 4 o'clock. And at this time I was leaving Manhattan Beach, California. And so Manhattan Beach, California, to where this guy was in Chino Hills. So that's a good 45 minutes, maybe an hour drive to go work out after I just spent all day working and I just showed up. You want to write this down. The opportunity is in the show up. The opportunity is in the show up. So I just showed up to the gym. It took me an hour. Remember, I left the gym. I left the house. I left my office 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. So I got there about 2 or 3 o'clock by the time I arrived to that gym, because he had posted his location of the gym that he works out on the day before. So if you know how Instagram stories work, throughout the day you can post content and it would vanish over the course of every 24 hours. So whatever you post, it leaves the person's account every 24 hours. So because it was 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, I saw that he was working out 23 hours before at a specific gym. So I looked up the location of that gym, put it on my GPS, head over to the gym. I get there and I say, hey man, I follow you on social media. I wanted to be here with you. He said, really? One of his sayings is that if you're going to show up to the gym at 4 o'clock in the morning, I'll allow you to work out with me. So we start working out, and that's one workout. I said to him, I'll be here tomorrow. So I showed up the next day. I'll be here tomorrow. I showed up the next day. I'll be here tomorrow. So I worked out consistently with him for a couple of days. And then my psyche, my brain goes back to where it normally went. And one day I said, I've been working out good for the last couple of days. Let me just relax. Let me just relax. And I slept in. Now, mind you, I had said in my mind I wanted to be there the next day, but I said, let me relax and let me sleep in. So I slept in, and look, the mind is a beautiful thing. It can make up the most excuses for you to move forward, or the best excuses for you to, regress. To progress is to move forward. To regress is to go backwards. So my mind is telling me, you know what, man? Take a nap. Just sleep in. So 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm in the bed sleeping. Then the next day, I go back to the gym. I start working out again with him. He's like, hey, man, where were you? And I said, hey, man, I overslept. He said, hey, man, gotta get it in. Got it. Like in the subtlest way, gotta get it in. So I said, okay. So I'm working out consistently with him. And then one of the things that he suggested is like, hey, why don't you get a personal trainer? So he introduced me to a personal trainer. I hired this personal trainer, started working out with him. And then 4 o'clock in the morning, consistently, every day, 4 o'clock in the morning, working out. And then one day, I said, let me sleep in. So this is now, I'm working out with him and the personal trainer a couple of weeks at this point. And I end up sleeping in one day. Boom. 4 o'clock, 4:15, 4:30 in the morning, I get a phone call. Ring, 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 ring. And I'm like in pitch dark. And he answers, he calls me and he says, get your ass up. That's what he says to me. Get your ass up. And I was like, okay, I'm coming. So I didn't want to disappoint him. So I got out of my bed and I went to the gym. All right. So I get to the gym and I start realizing the next level of discipline is this consistency. It's consistency in being able to going to the gym. Here's what ends up happening. With this new level of consistency, I went from doing, this was many years ago, but I was consistently doing 4-figure deals, right? 4-figure deals is anything under 10 grand. So that's 9,000, that's 7,000, that's 6,000, that's 5,000. Now I was consistently doing 4-figure deals. With this consistency, it built a level of confidence inside of Andy Audate at this time. All right. So it built this level of confidence that, you know what? I know I can wake up at 4 o'clock at 3:45 or 3:30 in the morning. I know I can wake up early in the morning and get to the gym every day. So you know what? With this consistency, here's what started to shift. Let me make my bed in the morning. All right? It's something that simple. So let me make my bed in the morning. Okay. So start making the bed in the morning. And then now, mind you, if you're working out early in the morning, you put out all this energy in the morning, you're making your bed, everything's, kind of strong in the morning. When you're hungry and you pass by something that's not in alignment with your goals in the future, like you pass by McDonald's or something like that, you're driving by, you don't want to stop there because you don't already put all this work. So you start making better decisions. So I started making better decisions in my food, right? I started making better decisions in my food. And then so I start, because I have this consistency and I have this confidence, I said, hey, you know what? Let me tackle some 5-figure deals. So I'm like, hey, you know what? To work with me, it costs 10 grand. To work with me, it costs 15,000. To work with me, it costs 20, 30, $40,000. And then so now revenue started increasing. So I'm gonna ask you a question. Did revenue increase? Why do you think revenue increased? So if you're thinking about making more money, a couple of days ago, I did a podcast with Devin Allen Johnson. Okay, if you don't know who Devin Allen Johnson, he's a 25-year-old man who owns a successful business. They're doing probably like between $6 to $10 million in revenue. They have over 100 employees internationally and domestic. The dude's 25 years old, right? And part of that podcast, one of the questions that I asked him, I said, hey, man, for the listeners that are listening, if someone came up to you and said, I want to make, $1 million or I want to make $100,000, what is like, and now he owns a software company, right? So he's into technology heavy. And before the software company, he owned a marketing agency. So owning a marketing agency, a successful one at that, and owning a marketing software technology, you end up realizing, okay, you know how to make money through marketing, right? So, and especially if you're in it for years, right? I own an agency. I know how to make money online. Very, very simple, right? In a simple way, I know how to make money online with almost any product through marketing. So when I asked him this question, he says to me, I'm thinking he's gonna go from a technical aspect. Mind you, he owns a software company. So I asked him the question like, hey, if someone wants to go from 0 to a million, what is the key determining factor that's gonna allow them to get there? And I'm thinking like he's gonna go on and rant about, well, this is what you do. You gotta get leads and get those leads in and then convert those leads. And then, so he didn't talk about that. The first thing he said was your mindset. Make your bed in the morning. Oh shit. Make your bed in the morning. Now, recognize that that's consistent around people. That's consistent around people. And it starts with the people that you spend your time around. So I'm working out with this man, multi-millionaire, at the gym every day. So I'm going back to the story about the guy who I was working with at the gym. So I'm working out with this guy every day at this point. I realized my challenge when I overslept that one day never happened again. Never happened again. Until I started hanging out with people that was in alignment with my goal. So mind you, I'm 23, 24 years old at this time, and I'm a single bachelor living in Los Angeles, California, VLA, Los Angeles, California. And so I started hanging out with some guys who like to party. And I'm like, okay, cool, I like to party. Now, these guys also work, they have their own businesses, so I'm hanging around with other entrepreneurs who are very successful. But in their world, they like to party. So I catch myself going out to these clubs, and I'm talking about like, this is 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. Mind you, I got to be at the gym at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I remember there was this one scenario, man. Time got away from me mentally. Time got away from me, and I went to the nightclub, and then I left the nightclub around 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. And I left the nightclub, and I went straight to the gym, and I remember saying to myself, man, like, how am I doing this? Like, this is not even possible. You can't do that consistently. You can't go to nightclubs, work all day, go to a nightclub, and then work out in the morning and then have another full day. That's 48 hours of no sleep. You can't do that consistently. So that's like self-sabotage right there. So I see that because I made this decision, the next day, man, I can't keep my eyes open. I'm on meetings with clients and meetings with joint venture partners, and like my energy is not there. It's depleted. So I realized, you know what? By hanging around with people, although they were successful, it wasn't in alignment with where Andy stood. So I want to share this with you. Get around people who help you progress to the vision that you have for yourself. So before you even determine like who you want to spend time around with, I want you to have a big vision. You got to have a big vision of who you want to be. Have a big vision of who you want to be, and get around people who's going to help you get there. So I end up dropping those friends, right? I end up dropping those friends. And mind you, when I was hanging around with those people, and I was engaging in nightclub activities and then trying to work out, you can't serve two masters. You can't be, strong you can't be strong in the morning and then also partying at night. Like, it just didn't work out, at least for Andy. So I ended up dropping those friends. Now, when I was around those friends, income started going down. My decisions were poor. My team, my employees felt the lack of Andy showing up powerfully at work. Then when I get back to hanging around with my mentor, and I start working out, still working out consistently, I start seeing income go up, and my confidence and consistency starts going up. Okay, true story, right? So now I'm consistently working out with this guy and this group at 4 o'clock in the morning every single day. Now, I'm doing it for probably like a year and some change now. Life is going good, man. At this point, I start attracting what's right for me, right? So when I was a single bachelor, hanging around with people going to nightclubs and so forth, what ended up happening is that I'm attracting women in my life that was not in alignment with the vision that I had for the future, for my future self, right? I attracted women in my life who weren't in alignment with my future vision of my wife. But because of the consistency, because of my decision to be consistent in working out. So I remember I dropped the friendship with the people I was going out to the clubs with and so forth, dropped those relationships, and I started focusing on hanging out with people who was in alignment with the vision that I had for myself. So my mentor was married. The people in my group, in that group that I worked out with, many of them we're married. So here's what happens next. I get connected. I host a seminar. So during this time of me working out every day, I host a seminar. One of the biggest seminars that I hosted, right? And the reason for that is I started attracting high level, high net worth people. So I started hosting these seminars again, these seminars. And at one of the seminars, a woman approaches me. Mind you, when you're working out and you have a high confidence, you're consistent, you're vibrating at a high frequency. So you start attracting high frequency people. So at one of my seminars, I meet a woman. Okay. And this woman that I met, I asked her, how did you, how did you get to this event? Where did you hear about this event? And she shared with me, hey, I work for your mentor, this guy. And the guy I was working out with at 4 o'clock in the morning every day. So he said, I work for him, and he gave me a ticket to come. And so next thing you know, I said, okay, great. I said, hey, you're a very beautiful woman. Would you like to go to dinner? I had a VIP dinner downstairs in the seminar hotel, and she came to the dinner. I got her phone number. We started connecting. If you want to fast forward 2.5 years, we're actually getting married. She's actually in California today with her family. I live in Vegas now. We moved to Vegas, but she's currently in California choosing her wedding dress that we're going to get married in a couple months. But however, it was because of the decisions that I made that led up to that point. I hung around high frequency people. Because I hung around high frequency people, I got high frequency results. Right? I had a vision of me getting married with the right type of woman. I attracted that person because I was doing the things that I need to do every single day. Are you doing the things that you need to do every single day, every day? That's the question I have for you. Are you doing the things that you're supposed to be doing? If it's working out, get your butt in the gym and don't make an excuse. So here's what essentially happened. So what ended up happening, man, is so let me go back to the story. I meet her at my seminar. This was now 2019, right? I meet her at my seminar. And then at the end of 2019, we started dating. So I had been working out with my mentor for almost 2 years at this point. And but this woman, we started dating. So I started dating this woman. And then guess what happened in 2020? COVID happens. Now, when COVID happens, the gyms in California got shut down. Right, the public gym, so you can only really work out. I remember it was pretty bad. Like they were like, everyone was scared. Like no gyms whatsoever you could go into, especially in LA and Orange County. So there's no gyms, and because I stopped working out with him, my mindset reverted back to what I was comfortable with. True story. And this is vulnerable for me to share. My mindset reverted back to what I was comfortable with. So I started going back to eating poorly, going to bed late, the whole 9 yards. Eating poorly, going to bed late. No nightclubs, fortunately. I was dating a great woman. No nightclubs, fortunately. However, I started making the poor decisions. Like, hey, it's okay to eat this fast food. Hey, it's okay to stop at this place and so forth. So majority of COVID, during the COVID pandemic and in quarantining, the world is going to shits. I'm kind of freaking out, and I start eating poorly, and I start making bad decisions with my health. Now, mind you, I have a seed in my brain because of this, because of what this guy showed me. I have a seed in my brain of what's possible. So it took me literally a year from the point that the COVID pandemic started. It took me about a year, almost 2 years, to really bounce back and realize that I can wake up in the morning. So what I did, we ended up moving from California. Me and my fiance, we ended up moving from California to Las Vegas, Nevada. Okay, and what I did, one of the first things that I did when I said, hey, I wanted to bounce back, is I got a personal trainer. So I hired a personal trainer. This is what I'm sharing with you. It's so important that you get around people that help you move forward. So I hire a personal trainer, and my idea is that literally all personal trainers are the same. That's what my thought process is, that all personal trainers are the same. So there was a specific gym in California that I used to work out with at 4 o'clock in the morning. There was a specific gym. So that gym is a franchise, and I know that they had one in Las Vegas. So I went to that specific gym, And the way that gym works is that you hire a trainer and you work with the trainer directly in that gym. So it's not like a gym membership, like for example, like EOS here, EOS Fitness. It's not like one of these big box gyms where you kind of come in and work out by yourself. It's one of those gyms that you hire a personal trainer and then you work with the trainer directly. So I told the trainer, I said, hey, this is what I was doing when I was in California. I want to duplicate that same thing. I want to do it here. And then I got started. So I'm paying this trainer to work out with him. And every day we're working out. I'm showing up to the gym consistently. And man, it would be those 1 or 2 days where he would say, hey man, I'm so sorry I can't make it because my daughter, or I can't make it because of this, I can't make it because of that. So I start seeing these excuses pile up, right? But the guy is fit. So in my brain, I'm saying he's fit. So he has to know what he's doing. What I'm sharing with you is you gotta get around people who are helping you progress at the stage that you are in, whether it's in your health, your finance, your career, your relationship, at the stage that you're in. So I'm looking at this guy and I'm like, yo, you're fit. How could you, like, it has to make sense that what you're doing works. So I stay with him, stay training with him. And then because he's inconsistent, it allowed my brain to revert back to me being inconsistent, right? If I got around people who are consistent, this is an area in my life that I've always lacked. Health. Business, I got that in the bag. The mentorship could be short and slim with me in business. You could show me something and I'm off to the races and I'm on my own. I don't have to have external motivation in business to market my business, to market my products. I got that in the bag. But fitness, that's an area of my life that I lack, that I need support in, right? And I share that vulnerably with you because, like, when you ask for help, it's not to show the world or let everyone know that you're weak in this area. It's so that way you remain strong in this area, you grow in this area. So, long story short, this guy ends up saying, so because he's inconsistent, when he shows up to the gym, guess what I did? The same shit he did. Hey man, I'm a little bit tired, man. I overslept. I'm not gonna be able to make it today. Get around people who help you succeed. Track with me. Keep track with me, guys. I'm gonna show you something. Get around people who help you succeed. So he comes up to me. He says, "Hey, man," because he doesn't get paid, right? He doesn't get paid if I don't show up. So he's like, "Hey, man, I'm not gonna train you anymore. I'm not gonna train you anymore because you don't show up to the gym." I said, in my brain, I'm saying to myself, "No, you don't show up to the gym. For the majority of the time, you don't show up to the gym." However, I told him, look, I take responsibility for the times that I did not show up. I take 100% responsibility. I think this relationship should be cut off at this point. And then we agreed, walked away amicably, right? We went out, shoot guns, we hung out and so forth. But for that specific area I needed support in my life, dropped that relationship. All right. So I go back to working out by myself, and I realize that I need to get around people who help me progress. So I ended up going to so as time passed by, and I'm trying to do it on my own, I realized, like, hey, I can't do this thing on my own. This is something I need support in. I need growth in. I need someone who's a little bit more advanced. So me and my fiance, we end up going to like a premarital program inside of our church, where a bunch of new couples, married couples, and new couples that have been together for less than 7 years get together. It's like a group program, so that way you learn what other people are doing that help them to be successful in their marriage and their life. So I meet a guy there, and he walks in. He's super fit, tall, super fit guy. So I meet a guy there, and then when I meet him, we end up vibing. There's an instant connection. I think he and I grew up in a similar background, so there's an instant connection. And then his fiance and my fiance end up connecting as well. So it just became a great match. So we started doing dinner together. He's an entrepreneur, I'm an entrepreneur, so we connect on the entrepreneur level as well. So we started doing dinners together. We mastermind, and then he gets focused on fitness, right? So he puts his energy towards fitness, and he starts coming to the gym early in the morning. His background was being a personal trainer. That's what he was before. Now he owns different businesses, and he focuses on different businesses, and now he doesn't personal train anymore. However, he starts going to the gym at about 4:30 in the morning. And one day I said to myself, mind you, in business, I'm strong in, right? For example, I help him in marketing his business. He's a client of mine currently, and I help him in marketing his business, and we're doing a big project build out where we're essentially franchising his business today. So this area of business, I'm solid in. This area of fitness, I'm not. Get around people who help you progress. So I said to him one day, I went out to his house for the Super Bowl, and I learned that he was working out at 4:30 in the morning. I said to him, hey man, I wanna come work out with you. And he's like, all right, cool, let's do it. And so I show up to the gym. Now mind you, my brain, I'm telling myself, like, I gotta work up to getting back to waking up that early, 4 o'clock in the morning. I gotta get back to that mental state. I want you to write this down if you have a notepad or pen. You are already ready. Simple as that. You are already ready. So I ended up going to the gym. So first of all, my mind, I was like, I gotta get back to that. Come to find out, like, dude, there's no getting back to it. I'm already ready. I already had a seed planted in my brain saying that I'm already ready. So I said, hey, let's start working out. Man, I've been working out every day consistently, 4:30 in the morning, every single day consistently. We don't miss sessions. And now I'm actually, now here's what ends up happening. Everything started changing. Okay, the bed gets made. Simple. Better decisions on food. Simple. Drink water all day. Simple, right? Drink water all day. I mean, shoot, if you look behind on my car, I got my protein shake right there. My protein shake, just to make better decisions on a regular daily basis, right? So that's my protein cup. Got it on a little hook behind me in my car. Okay, everything starts changing. Everything starts changing. You go from driving, you go to drive nicer cars. And then I had a meeting with my accountant. I have an internal accountant who works in my company. Okay, so he's a full-time accountant, and he manages our books, manages payroll, and a bunch of other stuff. So I have a meeting with him every week. Between the point that I said, hey, I'm gonna work out, and I've been working out consistently. Between that point and to now, the last meeting that I had with my accountant was like a couple days ago. We got on a Zoom call, and he shares with me, Andy, the revenue in the business has gone up 283%. The numbers, the revenue and the profit is overwhelming. The revenue and the profit is overwhelming. That's what he says. It's overwhelming. These are numbers that we haven't ever done in years. In a short time, you're able to accomplish this. Now, I want to share with you two things that has changed. Because I wake up early in the morning, I want you to peep this out, because this is the turning point right here. Because I decided to wake up early in the morning, and between the time of finishing the workout and the time that my day will start, let's say, okay, I finish my workout at 6 o'clock in the morning. So between 6 o'clock, sometimes I do it workout till 6:30. So let's just say between 6 o'clock to 7:30. Really, my day will start at 8, right? I get to the office around 8 o'clock. So between 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock, there's a time where there's an openness on my calendar. Check this out here, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out. There's an openness on my calendar. When you got white space on your calendar, that's where the devil gets in. So you got to really fill up your calendar with positive things. All right, that's going to help you push yourself forward. So I had this white space on my calendar. So instead of just chilling and relaxing, I said, let me start opening up the Bible. If you don't know, I'm a Christian. So I said, let me open up the Bible. Let me get into the Word of God. And so that's the only thing that has changed. Number one, I work out in the morning. Number two, I open up the Bible and ask God, hey, watch my mindset, protect my mind, protect my body, protect my soul. So I get in the Word of God, open up the Bible. Now, one of the things that I learned about the Bible, man, it's when I heard people like talking about, oh, I get into the Word of God every day, I remember thinking to myself that, man, what does that take, like effing hours? Like it must take like 45 minutes, an hour, 2 hours. I remember hearing pastors talking about, when I get in my prayer closet today, and I'm thinking like you're in the closet and you're praying and you open up the Bible, you got a highlighter and you're working in the Bible and you're there for a couple of hours. And I remember saying to myself, I don't have those hours, so I never opened up the Bible. I'm tapping into levels that I've never tapped into. I don't think in my life. And I'm sharing this with you vulnerably because the reality is only two things have changed. Number one, I got around high-level people who are men of God or women of God, high-level people. Number two, I started downloading directly from the source. If you're not downloading from the source, then what are you doing? Where are you downloading from? Are you downloading from the music that you listen to? So you're listening to other people's inadequacies. Are you downloading from other humans? So you listen to their challenges, right? So what I'm sharing with you is get your download right from the source. So two things that I want you to do, action steps. Two things I want you to do. I want you to challenge yourself to wake up early in the morning. There's not a human on planet Earth that shouldn't be working out. There's not a human on planet Earth that should to a certain level, right? I know that there's people in wheelchairs. If you're in a wheelchair, work out your upper body, right? Work out your mind. So there are two things I want you to do. Number one, wake up early. Get up earlier than you've ever done. So you don't have to be as dramatic as me and waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning. You don't have to be that dramatic, right? So you can start waking up just 45 minutes early and just go ahead and work out. Now, mind you, when I started waking up that early, I remember in the beginning, my eyes would like be all puffy. I would have no energy. And I'd say that this is not possible. But it's with the consistency that allows you to actually experience those wins. It's with the consistency that allows you to make it very common. So if you want to be common during your work, like if you want to make it common where you have full energy, you have to bypass this wall. So what I'm sharing with you is, like, as you wake up in the morning, you're going to feel groggy, you're going to feel tired, you're going to feel like, oh, this is out of the norm. But maybe that's going to happen for the first week. Maybe for the second week, it's still going to happen. Around the third week, man, it becomes normal. It becomes solid normal. You just wake up. Sometimes you might wake up without an alarm. You might have heard the motivational speaker, Eric Thomas. He says, I don't sleep with an alarm. My passion wakes me up. Well, before he didn't sleep with an alarm, he slept with an alarm. It became very consistent. And then his brain is saying, now wake up at a certain time. So first thing that you're going to do, wake up earlier. Go work out. Get your mind, go exert energy in the morning that pushes you and prepares you for the day. Number two, open up the Bible. Now, here's the thing. I thought I had to be doing it for an hour or 45 minutes. You don't have to do it for that long. I'm going to share with you what I do. Maybe you can implement this too. There's an app on your phone. If you have an iPhone or Android, there's an app called Holy Bible. Or it's called Bible, either one of them. All right, it's like a brown book on the App Store, brown book with a cross. So open up that app. There's on the bottom there's a button called plans, and what the plan is whatever you're going through in life. So you can write anxiety, you can write depression, you can write business, you can write challenge, you can write marriage, you could write success, you could write sex, you could write whatever you're going through in life. There's categories for that. And there's someone who wrote a devotional, right, which is like their perspective on their perspective on this portion of the Bible that's talking about that specific topic that you have interest in. So for me, like, for example, I'm about to get married. So one of my plans is pre-marriage. Then I'm growing a business. So one of my plans is, what does God have to say about about business, right? How is God interacting with business? So those are the two things that hold my interest. So I get on my knees. So like today, I'm about to head home. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab some water, of course, right? I got my water in my passenger seat, but I'm gonna drink some water. I'm gonna go home, get on my knees, and open up a plan. Let me share with you how long it takes. 4 to 7 minutes. Whew. 4 to 7 minutes. 4 to 7 minutes. I remember, man, like I'm talking 4 to 7 minutes. So right in between my shower, right before when I get home, in between my point of getting home to taking a shower, I just pause for a moment, get on my knees, 4 to 7 minutes. Not that long. And I just read the devotional, which is someone else. It's like someone who's guiding you. Like, I want you to imagine like I'm there next to you, but it's not me. It's like someone who's guiding you on this portion of the Bible, and then there's scriptures that follow. And the scriptures are probably this short. It's very short. It goes straight to the point, and it finds exactly what you need to understand. And then I pray. I just pray. Whatever's on my heart, whatever's on my mind, and I just give it up to God. I just say, hey, this is not my business. This is your business, God. This is not my life. This is your life, God. And then here's what happens. I start feeling the sense of freedom. Like, I don't got to deal with the problems or the challenges of the world. It's not my response. Whatever challenges come to me, it's not my I don't got to handle it. Why? Because I gave it up to God, right? I sacrificed my sleeping in, my comfort to put strength, to exert energy in my body and to challenge my body. So that's a sacrifice, right? And next thing you know, the decisions of the day are made with faith. The decisions of the day are made with confidence because I woke up early. That builds confidence and consistency. The decisions of the day are from a place of consistency, and the decisions of the day are from a place of progression, from progressing my body, progressing my life, progressing my mindset. So what would happen in your life if you did that every single day? What would happen in your life if you changed, instead of you sleeping in, you said, hey, I'm going to go work out every day. Instead of you laying down and being comfortable, hey, I'm gonna get out of my comfort zone. I'm gonna go do something crazy like go work out at 4 o'clock in the morning, right? But what does it start with? Number one, get around different people. I don't want you to do this by yourself. Don't do this by yourself. Don't do this by yourself. I invite you to find someone who you can connect with and do those two things with. Find someone who's interested in progressing to the point where they're saying, hey, I want to do the same two things. I want to grow my body. I want to progress in my body, whether it's lose weight, gain weight, maintain. I want to grow my body, number one. Number two, I also want to grow my faith. Find someone at your church, in your group, in your men's group, in your ladies group, in at your job, in your business. Find someone who can hold you accountable and do this program with them. Do it every single day. Every single day, do it. And you'll see the rewards and the benefits, and you'll reap the success. So if you want to make more money, right? A lot of people come to me and they're saying, hey, Andy, I want to make more money. If you want to make more money, do that first. Do this first. This is the first thing. Get your mindset strong, because it's going to allow you to see clarity throughout the day and allow you to make strong decisions in confidence and in faith. Those are the two things that you're going to need. Confidence, right? You're going to need this confidence to be able to make a decision, a strong decision. And number two, you're going to make the decision in faith. You're not going to come scared. You're not going to make decisions scared. So all it is, making more money, making more income, and take your life to the next level. All it is doing two things: having faith and being confident in yourself. You do those two things, no matter what you do, no matter who you are around, people are going to be attracted to you at high levels and high frequencies. Do this consistently for the next 30 days, maybe even 37 days. I'll try it. Let's do that. 37 days. That's a month and 7 days. Do it for the next 37 days. Watch how your life changed. And then email me. Send me an email, andy@audate.com, and share with me your progress. Share with me your report. Do this consistently for 7 days. Every single morning. Wake up in the morning. Okay? You wake up in the morning a little early. It doesn't have to be crazy. It doesn't have to be like 4 o'clock like I do. It could be 45 minutes. It could be 30 minutes before. Just go ahead and do something. Just go wake up 30 minutes before, go do a 30-minute workout. Wake up an hour before, go do an hour workout, right? And then get on your knees for 5 to 10 minutes. Just get on your knees and just say, hey, God, this is what I'm challenged with. I'm not going to deal with it. I give it up to you. Have the faith and watch how those challenges get taken away. Like that. And watch how your income rises. Watch how your relationships change. Watch how your energy changes. Watch how disease starts to disappear. Watch how your life just changes. And all from doing these two simple things. Waking up an hour earlier and taking 7 minutes to just tell God what you're dealing with and giving up to God. I love you. And this is why I wanted to share this with you. Because you are someone who's powerful. You're someone who has a big vision. You're someone who wants to make change in this world. And you got challenges that are pushing you back. You got your own mindset is fucking you up, right? And it is not that it's negative. It's not that it's bad. That's just how our brain is designed. So how do we combat our natural brain? Get around someone who's going to push you forward and hold you accountable. Get around people who's going to hold you accountable. So when you meet that person, say, hey, no days off. We got to do this every single day, Saturday, Sunday included. Every single day, we're just going to wake up a little early, just do a workout. It doesn't have to be crazy. It could be a walk in the park. It could be a walk in the park. Walk your dog. That's a workout in itself. And then we're just gonna take 5 to 7 minutes. I'll get on the phone with them. You can get on the phone with them. You can call them. You could do a Zoom call, whatever. 5 to 10 minutes. We're gonna open up this Bible. We're just gonna say, hey, we're going to read a plan together. You share with me your thoughts. I share with you my thoughts. Let's just have a conversation about God. This is who I want to let go to God and give to God. And we're just gonna do a quick prayer. 5 to 10 minutes. What would your life look like if you do that consistently for 37 days? Try this. Let me know your results. Andy@audate.com. Send me an email. I look forward to chatting with you soon. I love you, and this is why I took the last 45 minutes to share this information with you. I'll see you on the next video.